Hi everybody, my name is Shannon. Welcome to my channel, Another Yarn. Thank you so much for joining me today. I greatly appreciate it. It's Sunday and it's a great day to relax, breathe. If you've got that opportunity, yes, don't, keep breathing. That's a good idea. But breathe in, just relax a little bit and just kind of take stock of all the blessings you have in your life, all the wonderful things, because even when things seem dark, even when things seem at their absolute worst, if you look, you'll see that ray of sunshine. It's there. It really, really is. And a lot of us have different things going on. That's just all there is to it. Look for the good, you will see more good. If you dwell and look on all the things that are wrong in your life, you'll see a lot more of that stuff. Me personally, I would much rather concentrate on the good things and the blessings, and then I notice all the other things and I see them even more. So with it being Sunday and, looking at that, of the blessings that are just all around us, they really, really are. Open your eyes, you can see them. I thought I would go ahead and work on my giving, making things to give to others, whether it's an organized charity or you just happen to have what I love to call targets of opportunity. And what I mean by that is if you've made something your own and everything, and you just get that little tug on your heart that it could be better served if you gave it to somebody else, that's a target of opportunity, right? You see somebody and you're like, wow, they could use a hat and I have an extra hat. There you go. That's a target of opportunity. That's what I mean by that. So it doesn't have to be a big organization or something along that line. It can be anything. Small kindness, words of gesture, just something that will brighten somebody's day. It doesn't even have to be physical. Like I said, words are so much, noticing somebody, actually seeing them and making a comment. You have no idea how that can really affect somebody else. I had been in a previous job position and just was not seen. And when I changed positions, changed jobs, changed roles, quit one job, started another one. And I remember being welcomed in on the team and a gentleman just acknowledging me by my name. It meant a lot. I know that's so simple and it's so easy and just not even something the other person would have ever thought about, but it made such a difference to me. So I try to think of those things and remember that just that one kind word. And he didn't even go out of his way. He just acknowledged me by name. And I changed positions again, new company, you know how that goes. And I started doing that. And when I would walk in, I would say good morning to everybody I passed, whether they were on my team or not, by name. And I didn't realize how much that impacted those teams until one of the gentlemen on the team said, "Hey, wait a minute. You don't acknowledge me by my name," because he noticed. I wasn't singling him out. I just didn't know his name. You know what? I acknowledged from that time on. And it made a difference. To see it at that point, it made that much of a difference that people actually look forward to that when I would come in and just say good morning to everybody by name. Sundays, along that lines of different ways that you can give, right? Different ways that you can have an impact on somebody else's life. Whether it's physical or verbal, you make a difference. And I'm so glad you're here. I am so glad, not just on this channel, but I am glad that you are here and part of this world and all the difference and the joy and everything that you individually can bring and make. I'm so happy that you're here. So this week, last week, if you were watching on Sunday, I started talking about doing the knitted knockers, the breast prosthesis, the boobies. I'm making the boobies. The breast prosthesis for individuals who've had to have either a single or a double mastectomy due to breast cancer. Right? And I started working on one of those and I showed that and everything. I got a little bit of progress and was talking about it. Well, I got all kinds of ambitious and I got 2 of them done. So I have a pair and I believe this is about oh, I don't have my measuring tape right here, but I was going for a size C. And this is, I don't know where my other thing of yarn is. This is the Barocco cotton, modern cotton. Out of everything, remember we talked about it, and I looked, and all my yarn, this is the only one that I had that was the appropriate color. Now, there's on the Knitted Knockers website, I'll link that down below, and thank you, Cecilia, for reminding me. I forgot last week, but I did put it back. I did. It's there. But on these, there's a specific yarn list, and what they're doing for the Knitted Knockers, if you're going through and you're donating to the organization, follow their yarn guidelines. If you know somebody that happens to need these and they want something different, follow their guidelines, right? You know how that goes, right? So I was looking at their stuff, and they commented they don't get the requests so much for all of the bright and pretty colors, although I did see on their website all the Valentine ones. I'm not gonna lie, it was a lot of pinks, a lot of reds, a lot of, it was really pretty cool. But they don't get the requests for those as much as the colorful ones as they do the neutrals and the darker neutrals. And they actually listed what those colors were. You had the creams, the light colors and everything, and more skin tones, right? If you're looking at like Lion Brand stuff, the Lion Brand skin tones is not one of the authorized things, but along that line, right? Because we all come in different colors and shades. But that's what they were looking at. And they did say, like on the back side right here, oh, it's supposed to be left open. It was not an accident. But on the back side, if you wanted to, you could pull out your crazy colors. And on the front side, having it just whatever the color is. And I was thinking if I was going to do that, I could make pairs of them and the back colors being matching, right? And then the front colors, all the fronts being the same color, but the backs would be the match, so you know your match set. I thought that'd be kind of neat. I have a lot of the Bamboo Pop yarn, which is one of the authorized yarns, and I have a bunch of the Cotton Fair, but not in the skin color tones. I have crazy colors. I have lots of bright, crazy colors. But this was literally the only skein I had of the recommended, requested colors. And I specifically bought it for this purpose quite a while ago. I just didn't get around to it. And then I had to go searching for the yarn. I know, it's crazy, but I found it, as you can see. So I have these two. There are multiple ways that you can do the pattern to make the knitted knockers. This is knit, and it is the bottom up using double points. And another one, and I didn't do the defined nipple, right? There's different ways that you can do this. This is without the defined nipple. The defined nipple would come into this point right here, and you would work on just 3 stitches for about 2 rows, and then you would sew it down. So it would be more of a defined nipple for that matter. But this one I chose not to do it that route. There you go. Easy enough. On the website, they have it. If you're donating them, you can send them stuffed like this, or you can, for saving on postage and everything, having them sent unstuffed, you leave the string like this and everything. And what they'll do, and the reason that is since we're all a little different and not everyone has had a double mastectomy, so they want to have their little stuffed booby pillow to match what they have on the other side, whatever side that happens to be. So you might need a little more stuffing or a little less stuffing. So that's why you leave the hole open like that. That it's like, do not seal it up. That's being taken care of. And my understanding is you would take this, just kind of run it around the inside and everything as like a drawstring and pull it closed as far as that's concerned. Okay, I'll follow the rules. I can do that, right? So they're actually pretty fast. I mean, all things considered, right? Yeah, I mean, both of them, they're all in one piece. There's no seaming at all. You start right here with casting on. I forget how many I cast on. 12, I think, something like that. So you're starting right there, I think about 12 stitches. And you do your increases, and that's stockinette. And then you do a couple rows of purl, and that gives this defined edge, right? And then you start doing your decreases all the way to there. Okay, we can do this. We've got this, right? It's not any harder than a hat, and they've got crochet patterns. So they've got, I'm not sure if the crochet you can do both sides, like the knitting where I started here and then finished here. I don't know with the crochet because I pulled it up, but I didn't actually follow all the instructions to make one with crochet. But you do have options, and that's awesome, right? So it doesn't matter if you knit. I only knit. Cool, we got you. I only crochet. We got you, right? So you can do those types of things too. And you know what I like about this too? Not only is it something that's needed, it's sad that it's needed, but it is definitely something that's needed. You can kind of mix things up a little bit, right? If you're into making things for donation, a lot of the things we think about are hats and blankets, going to the hospitals and everything, the preemie hats and stuff, and the little blankets and things. Well, make a couple boobies in between. I mean, it's an in-between project. And it is just, it's kind of funny to say, I'm not even gonna lie. Yeah. I should not smile when I say that. I know it's like the 12-year-old in me. It's how that works. But you can make things and you can do things for others and you can feel good about it and you can mix it up. I've been making my blanket and I do have a knit blanket on the needles for next year for Camp Boggy Creek. Well, I messed up on the lace portion, so it needs to have a little bit of lace surgery, blanket surgery to fix that. And I don't have things set up at the moment to do that. Everything's kind of like a little chaotic, whatever. And I want to be relaxed and in the right state of mind before I do that particular thing. So it was a good idea to put that charity project in timeout and work on something that I could get done and feel like I had a massive sense of accomplishment. And I do. Oh, and then, you can make all the different sizes. Like I said, this is about a size C cup, right? So, and then, you can stuff them appropriately. Well, bigger ones take longer. Littler ones take less time. Yeah, know what I'm getting at. So, you can kind of judge that on how much energy and effort you want to put into something. And, with these, if they're not stuffed, you can pop a pair of them in a 5x7 envelope and just send it off whenever you get them done. You don't have to do a box. We don't have to do any if you don't want to. But if you choose to do some, do a couple, pop it in an envelope. I mean, an envelope, you don't have to stuff it. They'll stuff it, right? If you save on postage, what have you. There you go. I mean, that's pretty cool. So it's an inexpensive way if you wanted to do something physical and be able to donate and know that it's being used and it's being appreciated. If you go to the Knitted Knockers website, they'll also tell you about how many they have donated and how appreciative. And then you can also look and you can see comments from other people who have received them and how appreciative they were. And if you're just looking for something to kind of warm your heart, scroll through there and read some of the comments. People being extremely surprised and pleased and how it warmed their heart that somebody that they'll probably never meet made something just for them and just really made them feel special, right? Especially in a part of I would imagine it's not a real comfortable time in a person's life if they had to go through something like this. I would imagine that that's just pretty stressful and pretty scary and just all of that stuff. You have a lot of things running through your mind. So that wonderful sense of kindness and joy and things that we can all do. Yeah, why not? Let's do it. So here you go. I did it. I got something done this week. A pair of somethings. There you go. I did it. How exciting is that to get something accomplished and to know that it's going to somebody else? So I don't know if you do things, whether it's just making sure that you're kind to other people verbally, if you do things physical, whether it's sharing your lunch with somebody, whether it's, like I said, the kind words. We've had a lot of snow lately. When you shovel your driveway and your sidewalk, do you shovel just a little bit more farther towards the neighbors than you had to? That's kindness. Those types of things, right? That's kindness. So just look for things that you can do. There you go. Makes the world so much nicer. It makes it so much more pleasurable to be around everybody. All right, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. You have a great day, night, evening, whatever it happens to be, and I will talk to you again later. Bye-bye.